Coach Sonia Pelton Sam will be this week's guest on The Grace Effect with Coach Pamela Hankins. And our conversation is going to lead you, inspire you, and empower you. Dear Grace Carriers, listen, this Bible based podcast is going to help you understand that communication is the key to every relationship so that you can love yourself as well as love others and walk in purpose. Can't wait to see you there.
Hey, hey, hey. Happy Saturday. It is your girl, Coach Pamela Hankins, and I want to welcome you to this week's episode of The Grace Effect with Coach Pamela Hankins. Listen, dear Grace Carriers, you are in for a treat. My guest that I'm getting ready to bring to the stage will have you ask yourself, why do you need a virtual assistant when you can just have a glam coach? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, my special guest is Coach Sonia Pelton Sam, the one and only glam coach. Welcome to the Grace Effect this evening, Coach Sonia. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm great because the glam coach is in the house. Listen, viewers, I'm telling you, you're going to want to like, click, share, subscribe, go back, look at the replay because all of the very helpful, insightful information and references to products, the Glam Coach is going to get you right. Listen, I know as a relationship coach, people basically know me for relationships when it comes to marriage. But relationships, every transaction we do is relational. And so this episode is from products to profit, taking what you create to help make the money you need to make. So, the one and only Glam Coach, I want to ask you right out the bat, first, before we dive into that, please give the people out there a little bit more insight on who you are and what you do and why you are the Glam Coach.
Hey, everybody. My name is Sonia Pelton Sam, also known as The Glam Coach, where I help you jig it up, L, love yourself, A, affirm your belief, and M, be some things that you can make happen right now in your life and in your business with God by your side. And so when people come to me for their businesses, they're coming to me because they need help with product, whether it's a product creation, whether it's a product launch, something to get a product up and going. Our newest thing is the hottest thing ever. I make planners, journals, workbooks, help you publish them, get your books going. But the newest thing is AI. So getting an AI twin working and getting your product up and going and showcasing it to the world. Let's talk about it. You a product yourself. So if you're just a person speaking on the stage and you are a speaker, you are a product. And then every product needs a product. So they need books, journals, workbooks. Behind me over to the corner, I have built makeup lines, jewelry lines. Coach Pamela has built a lot of different products. And now we're help leveling her up to the next level on her products. And so y'all, you in for a treat if you come. Just talk to me, get a consultation, work with me. You in for a treat. I'm going to let you know.
That's great. Listen, it'll probably take an hour to really talk about all of the great things that you do as a glam coach to definitely help with products. And with those products, it helps with the branding, and having people to remember exactly who you are. So, my first question is, what type of relationship do you need to have with the products that you sell?
Oh, wow. So your products, it's kind of like your children, right? So you need to take care of that product, right? To just get it ready to go. You need to know your product like you know yourself, and know what you're good at, what you can sell, and what you can't. And so, products a lot of times are born from something. So the vision coach, I was before I became the glam. Well, I was the glam coach, but before I started doing business, I did vision. And so with vision, I had products. So everything was based around Christian and doing vision boarding, not law of attraction, y'all, vision boarding, and really mapping out and planning everything out on the board and putting scriptures everywhere that you wanted to grow in your life. And so that's how I got started. But I had to make them, right? So I had books, workbooks, journals, planners, and a lot of my books had cutouts in them. And so really glamtastic, that's what I used to call it back in the day, glamtastic cutouts. And so you could match any brand like your house. So I had them in nice wooden chocolatey with gold colors. I had them in the pink girly colors, purple, yellow, green, you name it, blue. I had different books to match different people's colors. So when they cut out their quotes in their scriptures and things like that that they needed on the board, it all was glamtastic and matching, right? I thought that was very important to curate um, your board around your room, something you want to look at every day, scriptures you want to say every day to yourself, and for it to be right in front of you. Then next from there, we were the journals, and then for the planners to plan with it. And then I got sick with cancer. With my bout with cancer, it brought up something whole new. People wanted my product. They wanted what I had for themselves, right? Because people were building businesses, and that was really new back in the day. So having products like 2014 was like a different type of thing than it is today creating them. But I was already creating them for me. When I got sick, Dr. Connie Stewart told me this. She said, if it's just big enough for you and yours, it's not big enough. And I was like, because I don't want people to have the same thing I got. She said, you create them something else. And create them, it doesn't take long. Create it off of what you have, but give them their own spin on it. And so I started doing that, and people loved it because they could have their own. And I just saw the twinkle in their eye, the spark they had, and that they could finally have a way when they were speaking and stuff to create income and have programs for their audience. And so it was just totally amazing. And so from there, it just bloomed and grew. As my girl, Dr. Connie Stewart said, it would bloom. I started sprinkling little glam all over it, baby. Little diamonds just falling in. So the first thing was I had to sprinkle of the diamonds, and most people wanted to sprinkle little kind of gems on it. So I had sprinkle of gems and glammed up everywhere. You knew when I put a touch on it. But since then, I've changed, and it kind of goes really toward the person's brand, more really their style. So I perfected doing that. And then it grew and it grew from you need this and that. Another thing happened. I was carrying a lot of books, a lot of journals, and those type of products to conferences. And then I'm like, I had a wreck. So most of my stuff in life happened because something happened to me. Right? God had something happen to me to help other people. I had the accident. I couldn't pick up like the books and all the things that I was carrying. It was no way I could carry that load and that weight with me. That's where the products of jewelry was born. And my daughter, she wanted makeup line. I created her a makeup line. When she was in a lot of different malls. Other kids' parents wanted them to have their own line. That's how that part got started with makeup and different stuff like that. One boy had like a t-shirt shop. Another person had some little like gym bags that they sold. And so I was able, and one person had a hair line, wig line. And so I was able to help them get their stuff going. That was something called Teen Biz Camp at the time. And so they helped teens start businesses. Then I got hurt over on the other corner. That's why I'm pointing. I started the jewelry line. It's lightweight. It's easy to carry, right? And so I could just take some jewelry with me, take just a few books. When I sell out, I sell out. They can order. They can order them if they want them, and I sell out right there. And then a lot of times I offer just conference discounts. So that's something you all might want to think about. Scarves are lightweight. Sometimes I put a few scarves with it. Those are very lightweight to carry. Lightweight on the plane, the jewelry, the scarf, right? For people who think they're gonna do a lot of traveling, you need to think that out now. How can I travel light? Because now those suitcase prices are heavy. So if you travel heavy, you don't make hardly any money because you paying $200-300 just for traveling with your products, right? So think about that. So yeah, I was able to just sit down with people, lunch out, and I guess they come from doing the visioning before, really helping people get clear and see their vision, and that helps birth that out. And so products to profit. The Glam Coach I create products to profit, and then I do all the things that go along with helping you get them up and running.
That is so amazing. So it sounds like one, when you take it and you go back to it biblically, um, you wrote the vision and you made it plain, right? And
Mhm.
then not only did you do that, but then you also became all things to all people right? And so even some of those people would be you, right? Because out of injuries that you may have incurred, or illnesses that you may have encountered, you shifted, right, what you were doing to adapt to what may have seemed as a limitation, but it sounds like it really went on ahead and catapulted you into where really God had you or needed you to be. So now, with that, my next question is, how intimate and close of a relationship does a business owner need to have with their product? And do you believe that's really important?
I do. I think your product needs to be a representation of you. Like I'm the glam coach. So it's very easy and simple to come over and have jewelry on my table. And most of the time, if you see me, I'm going to be wearing some kind of blingy something. So, kind of what I sell goes with me, right? So, even though it's a business service, when you look over at my table, my colors, how lively it is, little sprinkles of gems within my brand and stuff like that, it still goes along with what I do. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I had one client. Her thing was she speaks. She didn't have a product, but she was very good at the podcast and speaking part. So we were able to get her overlays, everything for her show, to bring her show up to part with her brand. And then we were able to give her a custom theme when she came on the show. So her theme now, she has a product, and it's like journaling. And because of her thought process and how she does it, it has tea time. So you see what I'm saying? So now every time she shows up, you're going to see her show up. I thought I had a little cup here with I have a cup, but it have pens in it. So if I'm just gonna say me, tea time with Sonya, and I show up like this, and I have my custom cup when I show up, and maybe I have a different one all the time that I'm selling on my store, right? So then tea time with me becomes a thing. Like, what cup is she going to wear? If I don't, it was a politician one time that I always wore scarf. When I wasn't a politician during COVID, I don't know if y'all remember. It was the one of the people that I always taught. She always had a neck scarf, a different one all the time. That was her signature brand. Those neck scarves are anywhere from 50 cents to $2 to get. That's a whole thing to sell. Light, easy to carry, very nice, but you show them how to wear them, right? So when you go show people how to do something with their brand, they even have the little clips. I'm giving somebody an idea right now. They even have the little clips to those. They have like little gold, different kind now that you can wear them. People put the bundles of pearls and tie through the pearls and wrap them. So if you and your signature look have something like that, and people ask, "Oh, what is that? Where you get them?" Hey, I got a set. Like I got my pearls with the scarf. You can mix and match it. I have the clips. That's a whole brand, and it's cheap to get started, easy to get up and going. And let me tell you something, people gonna love it if you wear it right. Like, think outside the box. Like, what can I have with my brand? Especially if you're a speaker or a podcaster and you don't know what it is you should sell. Think about that. If I always show up with my t-shirt on, if I always show up with, I have custom necklaces that have the Glam Coach on them. But if it's something I always show up with that's kind of custom, and people can ask about it, then you can send them straight to the store. They can hit the buy button, right? So you just want to think outside the box when it comes to that, so you can be close to your product. It can represent you, but it also represents your brand. If you don't drink tea and you drink coffee, then you need to have coffee time. Or Dr. Sandy has something like, I don't think she do it, but coffee and conversation. Then a coffee cup, right? People represent, oh, I'm coming to chill out. Girl, bring your coffee cup with me. Bring your tea. Bring the tea. I'm dropping the tea. That's a tea time. Let's do this. You see what I'm saying? Now, hers is not like that. Hers is more quiet tea time. So it's more reflection. That's so you need to think about that too. If you're a reflective tea time person, that's more about journaling and thought processes, right? Another person can have that same tea time. It's girl, we dropping the tea. You need to bring your tea out. Y'all know we come together and we have our cups. We have our tea in, right? We drinking that tea. And we, or whatever it is. It's journaling time. Get your journal. But it's your journal. And when your journal just looks so good when you're writing in it, and you can explain my journal have this, plus I have checklists in it. Well, your journal is different than me just going to get one out of the local Walmart, right? Even out of Hobby Lobby. You know, you explain that I'm writing, but Hobby, you know, that journal Hobby Lobby don't have these checklists that I do every day. So what is it that you can add to something that's already there? Everybody's invented almost everything, right? They have their own twist and their own spin on it, but it's your delivery and your product that makes it different. And that people want to work with you, right? Your brand represents you. You're somebody that people want to work with. It's something that brings your crowd to you, your target audience, or your tribe to you. And so, yeah, that's what you want to do when it comes to your brand.
You know what? I thank you for that, because while you were speaking, with so many things to unpack out of that. First of all, when you talk about journaling, right? I mean, you have a journal, but a journal, like, for example, shameless plug, I just released the Chronicles of a Praying Wife workbook and journal. And the difference with the Chronicles of a Praying Wife journal, that is, even though the title says the Chronicles of a Praying Wife, it was just my journey, but the journal is not specific to anyone who is a wife. It is for anyone who is a woman who wants to take and build their faith, understand, get deeper in prayer, and then understand what their purpose is, right? And
Right.
so journaling, like the different brands, is almost like when we go out to the malls, Nike, Adidas, Fila, like we may wear them, we may have preference over one brand, but we'll know when we see that swoosh, we know it's Nike, right? When people see the butterfly, you know, with the blue, I mean, with the teal and the purple and the pink, they're going to know that's Coach Pamela Hankins because she has that butterfly. When it comes to you with the Glam Coach, they're going to be like, okay, I know it's, you know, Sonia Pelton Sam because I see the rhinestones, the glitter, everything that's glamtastic, right?
Right.
But as you grow attached to your brand, as a business owner, when should you remove yourself from the emotional attachment and think about what is a strategic mindset in reference to your brand? Because you always want to take and get your product to a profitability. So, could you go ahead and elaborate on what maybe someone out in the marketplace would have to do as a business owner to remove that emotional attachment that they may have, especially to a brand, or excuse me, to a product that is not necessarily very market profitable for them?
So you have to know, you over the time, especially now speakers and coaches, you're going to have multiple things within your brain. And I believe everything will be profitable at its timing. I've seen people actually not make money out for nothing for a few years and then launch it again and make the money. Um, Jewelry. I have a jewelry line store, but I do that because to show people, I'm not trying to even send people to that store. That's not what that's for. That's actually for when I'm traveling and I'm vending and I'm talking and speaking. I have books, and then everybody might not even want my book. A lot of people gonna want this jewelry, right? They just gonna pick a piece, and it's not. It's where everybody can support because I have it at different levels. And some people come over and they just want to support you, get a picture, and say they got something from you, right? And they showcase you. And so you need to know like what is each thing for. Um, because I still have my things for vision. People still call me in for like vision board parties all the time, churches and stuff. And basically, it's more project management. I've had the IRS call me in. I've had oil and gas companies call me in. I've done school districts for team building. And that's for one thing. And that's not even nothing I talk about a lot except for the first of the year. Like when it comes December and January. That's the end of the year, first of the year, right in there. Other than that, that right there is not what I'm focusing on, right? I focus on the main thing is the main thing. Your brand is going to evolve. And you're going to have to know when your brand evolves because we're going to have fun, catchy brands. And so the Glam Coach I love. Sometimes I try to transition out because when I'm going to like, when I was at the IRS, the gas company, oil and gas, I was not coming in as the Glam Coach though, right? I was just Sonia Pelton Sam. So it's times when you just going to have to accept your name, even if your name sound funny, but people don't remember it, accept who you are. who God created you to be, and who your mama named you. You know. So sometimes I'm just Sonya Pelton Sam. I love my pink and I love all of that, but I work with a lot of male clients too. And so I built my brand also where I have pieces I can bring out. So my brand was built um, with the pinks, right? Different color pinks, and I have like an orangey color and like a purplish color. Like I have a signature flower and some little other brand elements to my brand. But my base is a creamy kind of off-white and a black and a gold. And so if I'm showing up a lot of times the products, the profits, schools, businesses, you're gonna see me show up in the cream and I'll pull it like black gold. You're gonna see me show up just right here. Which if I pop this off with anything that's I put some out, it's still gonna go my pink, right? It's still gonna go because it's still gonna go. So I always think about your base color because I have people like, no, I just want to be purples, or I just want to be this. What's your base of that color? Some things you always gonna use, which is a black and silver, or black, white, and silver, or whatever your base is. I say give your brand a base. When you give it a base, you can put a lot of different things with it. So I would say give it a base color. Let's see. I think do I have two behind me or one? I don't. I just have one jersey behind me, but I was just gonna show you the difference in the jersey. And they still coincide. It's the brand. You know what I'm saying? So build it to know where you're going. Can your thing go to a school? Can you speak corporately? Or is your thing just for kids? You know what I'm saying? So, or you gonna talk to the kids and the parents. So know kind of how to build it within that and how you have something in there to break off of with just your name sometimes. Because within your brand, you're gonna have different brands within your brand. You're gonna be doing conferences, your own. Look at me speaking to somebody. I don't even know who I'm speaking to, but you're gonna be doing conferences. You're gonna be doing programs. And so under those things are gonna be like an umbrella. Your brand is gonna umbrella out. So let's say under Sonya Pelton Sam, we have Sonya Pelton Sam Studios. That hosts the TV and podcasting. All of that is under what I call, like Tyler Perry, honey, he got a studio. I got one too. That's under Sonya Pelton Sam. That's under my Sonya Pelton Sam, under the studios part of it. We have the media. Sonya Pelton Sam's media part. That's magazines and things like that, right? That I have. And then, of course, we have just the business suite, right? And most of the business suite filed up under my name and the Glam Coach. And definitely everything that was vision and still is vision, that normally files right under the Glam Coach because that's where that was birthed from. So think of it like an umbrella and what am I going to build to file up under this umbrella? And then it'll become different suites of what you do and where you can carry it. So I always think outside of the box and I always think for growth. That's what we want to do. I always think for growth.
You know what? That is like so meaty right there. Think for growth. Mm-hmm. And so, first of all, let me say thank you. Not only being my Glam Coach, but also a great friend. I greatly appreciate it that as I have been growing and developing, that you have ensured, as well as with my business coach, let me shout out Coach P, Pamela Luhing, that you guys ensured that I thought strategically. So under P. Hankins LLC, there is Pamela Hankins, Coach Pamela Hankins TV, right, and podcast. And under that now is the Grace Effect with Coach Pamela Hankins. But then from under there is Week 40, right? And so, and then from there is Divine Transformation, relationships, walking in faith, prayer, and purpose. And so all of those different things roll up into one. Mm-hmm. And so even though people may know me as Coach Pamela Hankins, a relationship coach, some people might want to put me in a box because maybe I only speak in reference to marriages. But keep in mind, again, every transaction we do is relational. I mean, what we have is relational because you're expecting a product or service, right? Mm-hmm. In a relationship, you're expecting something. So anytime you're expecting anything, it is relational. So with that, with the products that you help when people, when you glamify them, how important is it to ensure that you deliver what people are expecting?
Oh, I'm always making sure that I deliver. I over deliver.
Yes, you do.
I'm sure she said I over deliver. And I think in this day and age, you got to just check people out. You're going to talk to a lot of computers. You're going to talk to a lot of assistants. What I found is know where you are. And this is one of the most important things I ever think I can drop, which is to drop a gem. Because you're going to be in great rooms because we love to spend big money and we love to look at these like big names, right? And they have a place and a time. And I'm all for it. So I don't knock it because I'm for it. But if you in elementary school, you can't just go to college. And so I worked with a lot of clients that went to college. They've been to Harvard and Yale and spent their money and didn't get a degree because they was in elementary school. Like they just started their business and they jumped up to $50,000 and $100,000 coach. They didn't find out like what are my real deliveries? What do I give with this? Because it can sound like you getting a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't get. You're not getting all that stuff in there. You might learn how to do it, but then umbrella under there are extra charges to get it done. If somebody's biggest price point is $500,000 to work with them, look at the person's largest price tag service, and then you know how much you're going to get most of the time. If I'm a $500,000 coach and you give $100,000, who's going to get the most time? Common sense. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like you got a child that's out there, and this one child playing football, doing everything for themselves, and then you got a handicapped child that's needy, and where you gonna be? No, at home. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So yeah. So the biggest need is the $500,000. You're not the biggest need. So look at that price point, and just because they cost just because they are, what am I trying to say?
You said don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype every time. Talk to the person for real. Get to know the person for real. Right. If you just starting off in business and you got to talk to 100 secretaries to get to them, or they gonna push you off on their team, that might not be the one for you for your first project. Once you get stuff up and rolling, I'm gonna say you got different coaches for different levels and where you are. You got your coaches for your mindset. You got your coaches to help you launch out your vision stuff. You got your coaches that help you produce your product. You got your coaches that help you go in and do your PR. You know what I'm saying? You got your coaches that help you with your ads, because that's another level and understanding that. Then you got your people you just got to pay because you're at another level. Your product is solid. You've been making sales, and you got to go up there. I'm not going to say you because you're going to have to go up there. I'm saying know the timing on which to go. That's the most important thing that I can tell anybody in this season. Know the timing on which to go. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I'm just going to drop this for some. It's maybe one or two people out there because you might not feel good in your body. You might be down and out of your mindset, and things might not be going well with, I don't know, work, home, different things like that. If you keep going, you'll make it. I've been in numerous situations in my lifetime. I ran one of the largest Black-owned salons in Fort Worth, Texas. I owned it. And through trials, tribulations, bad divorces, I'm going to give y'all the tea. Folks, at my house with my husband. Back at this not this husband, y'all. This not this husband. I mean, I've had the worst, when I say the Tyler Perry, worst of the worst situations happen to me. I had to hold down with like 14 people at the shop. Them bills had to be paid. I had to keep rolling through. I've had sickness in my body. I've been paralyzed before. I had cancer before. I've had major accidents. I've had an accident with a Coca-Cola truck. Like, I've had the other things happen in my life. And through them out, sometimes I had to work from a hospital bed with cancer. That was one of my biggest accomplishments. One of my biggest things God launched me to the next level was on my down and out stage of my life. And so you can't quit when you get down and out. You have to push forward. And you have to know I say listen to God. Some people need to sit, and it is your time to sit and reflect. But for a lot of people, it's just like, no, you need to produce. You need to find out what you're supposed to produce. But sometimes that's your producing season. Like in the hottest part, all the fruit is there. You want at like I'm trying to pick out a fruit and I'm tired. Keep picking, keep harvesting, because something you don't want to miss the moment, right? And so the devil is always there to throw attack to take us off, but find out how you can keep going. Make sure your support group is tight in this business thing, right? You need a support group. You need accountability partners. So you need to know who you can call for what. That's your team. I don't care if it's Fiverr. You can always call the glam coach. I do multiple things when it comes to business, right? She'll tell you, like I'm an on the spot, get it done type of person.
Yes,
It
indeed.
can be done today. We had to show stuff. We need to put some more things up. She probably gonna drop some more frames on y'all in a minute. Gonna drop them some more frames. Gonna drop them some more frames on them. Switch that frame on.
Don't have me do it to him. Don't have me do it to him. Don't have me.
Switch the frame on them. But no, seriously, like know who's for what. Everybody has a what I'm saying. Every coach has or mentor has a place in your life and a place to play. They can't play it out. I can't play it out, but I can play a lot. Right? You know, you got a lot of bases when you playing. What's that
Right.
baseball to
Right.
run? Hey, but I might cover 2 or 3 of them. But you
Right.
might need somebody else for the fourth. I don't know. So yeah, I just say no, study your people, like pray. Like who am I supposed to work with? Who am I supposed to get this money to? Because right now, honestly, I'm having too many people that I'm having to come back and do work for. Because the work wasn't done. Because you really ain't check it out. You didn't even look at the work because they sound good on social media. You didn't even look at the work. Like I had one, like I'm like, you didn't even check out the work. You didn't even see if you like their style of website before you had them build yours.
Right.
And then I'm like, let's look at what they names like. Nah, I wouldn't have picked that. Well, you didn't even look. You just went off the hype. That wasn't the person for you. And so I say check for yourself. But y'all got products in y'all to produce. And I'm just speaking over everybody. If I'm coming in hot on this here screen today, then whoever listening, so you're supposed to be producing something. So I don't know what it is. Pray about it. Write it down. Write the vision. Make it plain so that others can run with it. Once you write it, I can run with it. Look at me. Look at me.
I love it. Be you. Be you. Listen.
Once you write it, I can run.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
listen. I'm telling you, I told you it was going to be hot. This is your girl, Coach Pamela Hankins. Dear Grace Carriers, today, look, I'm getting excited, right? Is your girl, Coach Sonia Pelton Sam, the Glam Coach. And so I just want to shout out everyone out there in Facebook. Hey, Kelly Spencer, cuz, thank you for joining. Glenda Kelly, Coach Glenda, thank you. Coach Ann, she says, hello, Queens, love y'all. And
love you too.
And my girl, Andrea Brown Harris says, good afternoon. Listen, this episode of The Grace Effect with Coach Pamela Hankins, starring and featuring my girl, Sonia Pelton Sam, the Glam Coach, as we talk about products to profits. Listen, you made mention about something that was really very important, and I hope everyone who was listening and everyone who will listen to the replay, as you know, this show is always going to be Bible based. Because, I mean, that's just like my North Star. But it is important to have discernment. And it's what it sounds like. And look, and we've had our sidebar conversations about not believing the hype, and all the different things. But it sounds like in business, we really need to have discernment. And I think as Christians, believers, whatever term you want to coin on yourself, right? That we tend to forget that in business, our business partner is God. And we really need to take to Him in prayer every business decision that we make, whether it's do I expand? Do I not? Do I deal with this person? Do I not? And so, in situations such as what you've explained, where people are you have some clients who come to you, they have spent an exuberant amount of money and then really have little to anything to really show for the money that they spent. So, would you think that it would be important? Because I hear portfolio in my head. And like sometimes, when we think portfolio is more so like a model, when a model goes, you want to see her portfolio, or even an advertisement, people are like, okay, well, here, can you show me what you've done, right? What do you think that we as Christians, outside of prayer and requesting a portfolio or to see some type of level of work, that we should ask before we start dealing with people who sometimes there are other people who profess to be Christians, right?
I got something for y'all. This gonna change your life.
Come on, give it to the viewers. Give it to us.
I'm gonna tell you how I operate.
Okay.
And I've learned a lot. So let's say different groups. You're gonna be in different business, like little business groups and stuff. Yeah. And I'm gonna look. So AI was a good one. When we were in AI, doing AI. AI was first coming out. I'm looking at this screen, y'all, because I'm always looking down, but at us. But when AI first came out, I'm like, I gotta learn this. So I would get in groups and look. I started looking at people's work, and then as I looked at TikTok or Instagram, I look at the work. I'm like, do I like the work? I like the work. I can't do that. And Coach Pamela tell you, so I inbox. Hey, are you interested? Because that's not what they're doing for a living. Are you interested in teaching AI? I like your work, what you do. And they might be like, I don't do that. And then I might be like, well, how much for you to teach me? And I found some really good people that be like, oh. And then if they don't know, I'd be like, how about I give you 100, 150? And you just teach me. Guess what? They go take, they be like, yeah. Because that's not what they teach. So no, you can't expect somebody that's $5,000 or $10,000 to give you their information. That's their job. They eat off of that. But if it ain't what they do anyway, they just AIing for fun. Then look, $100, $150. And while we talking about it, I got a $99 special right now. But now it's not gonna be there. I don't know when you're watching this video. So y'all better check it out for AI. You get an AI twin, we make your AI twin move, honey. Don't we?
Yes, we do. We know how to do that. Listen.
It's moving and shaking.
We know how to do that. And look, and since you're saying that, I'm just going to run your website right across the screen. So for anyone,
The Glam Coach, THE.
Okay, it's The Glam Coach. Okay, let me go ahead.
TheGlamCoach.com. But y'all seriously work with people. Know if they're giving you one-on-one. Some of y'all really need one-on-one. Like you're not doing the videos. You're not showing up. Let's just tell the truth. You get in the course, it's good. The videos are amazing. You can't even finish all the videos. Some of y'all need one-on-one coaching, where you sit down, you get the job done. You understand, oh, I'm just missing these 3 buttons. If I had pushed 1, 2, and 3, if I had pushed the 3 dots at the top and the circle at the bottom and go, it would have did something different. Or what's the right prompt? Because you're going to get prompts from everywhere. What's the solid thing that can do the same thing all the time? Right? What's the right way to set up my twin for my product? What's my product placement? Right? Because my big thing is the Glam Coach products to profit. How do I take my product and advertise it and do the things that I need to do? Because your budget might be minimal. If your budget minimal and you need to do it yourself, you need to learn some skill sets. Now, I'm here to teach you the skill sets. I'm your one-on-one person. And it might be somebody else out there. I know I'm not the only one, but some of you need one-on-one. And I know I need one-on-one, and so I get a lot of one-on-ones, and I've grown very fast. Right? I might be in a group and be in and out and listening, but my attention span, I need one-on-one instruction or small group instruction. At school, if you got a kid at school, grandkids, some people need small group instructions, and it's okay. Like I'm that person, you might be that person. So know if you need big groups, know if you'll go back and really watch the replay when you're buying the replay. If that's you, good. Get in those. If not, find the person that's right for you. And I'm going to, this thing is not where you give up because you didn't make money. You keep going. The people you see out here, been out here for years. Like I've watched people evolve. They started before me. I can't get to you was 10 years ahead of me. So I got to look at the evolution. And then not only that, I've seen people, they retired, took all their money out and invested. Well, when you knew you built what you were supposed to build, you did all the things and it's ready to time to move to the next level and you did the investment, I can't be mad at you.
Amen.
Know the whole story before you know, we be looking at people. Most of them didn't grow overnight. And if they did, some of them had a lot of money to grow out overnight. And for other people, it take time sometimes. And speaking engagements, know how to put in your product when you on the stage. You might take a lot of free speaking engagements because everybody want to get paid. But the truth is, even big people, a lot of them don't get paid. They get paid by selling on the stage. And when they get off, they know they're going to have revenue rolling out. They know when they hand out their free thing, the information that's in there, if they scan and do that, the information they're going to send them and the discount offer is going to ring let me get it.
Get it. Go ahead. Make it ring. Make it ring.
I don't look, but we're going to do this.
That was,
right.
That was easy.
It's going to make you say that, and then it's going to...
There it is.
So, yeah, you wanted to say that was easy, and then you wanted to say that. But now everything's not easy. But I'm just saying, like, really, you got to do the work. You got to put in the work, but anything is possible. We're in an AI age. Learn AI, and you are limited. You can build everything. The sky ain't even the limit, right? Anything can be built today. And it's going to take you slowing down, thinking about what do you need to sell, how to sell it, and then who can help you build it. And I'm your girl, the Glam Coach. I'm here, and I'm ready to help you shine.
I love it. But you know what? You are so right about AI. And listen, you know, AI definitely wasn't anything that I'm resistant to, right? Because as you know, during the day, what keeps the lights on, I'm in IT, right? And right. So AI is definitely something that I had to learn to adapt. Mm-hmm. But I definitely appreciate you because even on the things that I may want to do and have had to learn to do on the corporate level, I've also had the ability to be able to learn and go into different cohorts with you, you know, and some you be like, girl, you might be interested in this. That has not only helped me strategically at work, as well as doing some things at my 9-to-5, but also as I'm coming along and building my brand. And so one of the greatest accolades to be able to get from a very well-known PR person who does PR for some of these very top TV shows that we see, for her to say, girl, who got you together? Like, how you getting it together? And I had to tell her, I said, look, I can't say it's a team of me because everything that you see is not all me, but it's me and my girl, the Glam Coach, that are getting out here and building up my brand. But I will say this, a question that I do have for you that just comes to mind is, sometimes I think people are afraid to invest in themselves, right?
Right.
And let me tell you, as a career student, let me tell you, I got more student loans than some people make in salary a year, right? And so I am a firm believer that the best investment that you could possibly make is the investment in yourself. And so with that, how much or how should a person really have a love for their brand and the products in their brand? Do you believe that that is something that is important right now in the marketplace?
I do. And you said a very important word, which is investment. You're going to make investments to move around. It's networking and marketing and advertising, right? I'm going to tell y'all what don't miss. Let's talk about what not to miss out on. A low-cost magazine cover. So if somebody offered something, I tell people, if it's under $25 and maybe $50, but at them 25, 30, 45, don't miss that. Don't miss that opportunity. Jump on that. Jump on the little online, some of the online classes will give you an I'm attending flyer. Okay? Jump on that. Like they'll be just because it's their class and they know it help them move around. Jump on that. The more you can move around on social media and meet people. If you are a coach or a speaker, I would suggest a podcast. You got to have a product. only because if you newer, it's gonna help you move around and meet people. You can ask people to be on your podcast, right? At first, you gonna ask people probably for free. You just gonna let them be on there. Get you because what you want to do is get your people in front of their people. Like you want to do that business exchange. You want to talk to them. You get to talk to them intimately on the show, right? You get knowledge from them on the show you didn't even know.
Right.
So you want that exchange. So I definitely recommend the podcast thing, even if it's short. It doesn't have to be this long. Because the next one I do, I'm gonna work on very short snippets because I know people don't have a lot of time. So it doesn't have to be long. It has to be effective.
I agree.
Because sometimes we work on the length of things. Books this big when it could be this big. One of my most effective books that I got from somebody. Let me show y'all something. I went to a class and I keep this book because I keep these books because it's a reminder of me. And I'm gonna thin mine down too. If it don't take that much out, this is a whole book that they taught at the school district. I think it's 14 pages. What? 14 pages. The school district paid for this 14 pages, and the next day we took this, and it was very cool. It came with some little cards in the back. I don't know. The cards look a little funny, but it came with some cards in the back. I'm trying to show y'all the little cards. It came with 4 cards in the back. And we played a little game and had a worksheet. And we took it and matched it up to what personality our people are we work with so we can learn how to work with them. 14 pages and 25 pages. Cards was right in the book in the back pocket. I was like, this can be this simple. They made good money to come teach us. They ain't spend much money on these books. Okay.
No,
yeah.
Go ahead. I definitely get that because having served and worked with executives, right? Mm-hmm. They're always constantly on the go. I remember the first executive that I had to work with at a C-suite level. He told me, Pam, he said, listen, what you said is great if I was looking for a book. He said, but I don't have time to read all of that. He said, I need things to be succinct. He said, just give me like 3 bullet points. Let me know what's like most important. I need to know best case, worst case, just give me something succinct. So I definitely agree with you because in the age of AI, in the age of, microwavable mentality,
Mm-hmm.
We on the go. We definitely need to have things to be more succinct, right? So
Right.
I definitely can go ahead and agree with you from that perspective. But
yeah, because let's say this. Like I've jumped in some like the AI things, it be all day they talking, all day. I'm like, what? And then you have like a few power moments. I'd be like, you could have just gave me the power moments. Like, because you got to know your time costs money. I learned my time costs money. If I'm all day on this and I could have learned it in 1 hour or 2 hours, it's a problem. Like I'm not using my time. And technically you still using the money because if the group is $29 a month and you got to stay in there a whole year to learn what you was going to learn in 1 hour, if I don't care, some people might try. I'm going to say, I've had up to people. I saw AI coach that was like 500. I saw one for 99. I took one like 500, but that's for an hour. But then again, in that hour, you learn what you needed to learn. Or that 2 hours, you learned what you need to learn was through. You gonna pay that same money over the course of a year or two, and you learned it right then on the spot. Like you came out making what you at least they should be having you make things within that time, not just talking to you. So that's the difference. So I suggest y'all get some of this one-on-one training that's going on, learn it, and be on to the next thing.
So you're saying to the people they need to sign up for that $99 special that you got?
I'm not gonna say nothing. But June, I can tell you better hit June because July you're not getting that special in July. I'm gonna let y'all know. I held it over from my birthday, which was 25th. I was gonna do a week, and I was like, just hold it over to the June. But no, because normally there's some more people on here I've worked with. That coaching session, just the coaching session regular, is 147.
That's right.
You making it taking, you getting your AI twin. We doing AI photo shoots with the twin. You're gonna come out with a whole photo shoot. We're gonna make it move. We're gonna show you how to add your voice over the overlay, over the top of it. Like you everything we make you take, it's yours. So you come out with content. And so actually it's not coaching, actually it's a content creation hour. So like an AI twin and video content creation hour.
All right, y'all heard that. You better jump on it because listen, her regular price is $147. So be able to go ahead and get $99 and get it done, especially with gas prices being the way that they are. You best go ahead and jump on it and jump very quick. Listen, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's communicated in the chat. I see Coach Alice Parker Woods. It says, good afternoon, ladies. She said, I need plenty of one-on-ones. Definitely. She will get you tight and right. But as we draw to a close, the one question that I always want to ask every guest that comes on the Grace Effect, how has the effect of grace been in your life?
Oh, wow. Everything. I think God has had so much grace on me. And then I've been around people that just had grace on me. Because every day might not be your best day, just in life in general. You know what I'm saying? And then we have to learn to give grace, the same grace we want. Whether it's the people at the grocery store just having a bad day, or at your restaurant, or when you're going to get your hair done. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't leave everybody alone just because it was a bad day, for them. So I've learned to give a lot of grace because God has extended me a lot just to be here. There's times I really thought I wouldn't make it, like literally. I literally can just talk about that I had my own obituary. Well, my sister had my obituary. Just put the date on because I know how I want my stuff because I'm picky, okay? Picky. I'm like, don't put the pictures up there for me look crazy. I know y'all. Let me give you what, because So literally, I know like the grace to just be here, be able to work with people and do what I do, and be able to use every gift and talent that I have. Like this, like grace and mercy. Like, look. And actually, that's good because glam first was grace, love, and mercy. That's
wow.
It was grace, love, and mercy was what it stood for. Like when it first came out, when I was done with Dr. Connie first coaching class, and I was like, God, I can't leave here with nothing. Y'all, I went, and this how important it is sometimes just to go. When God go, I went and I was telling my husband, we're gonna go take this coaching class because it was real cheap to get certified. Like that was 2013 going into 14. I was like, we're gonna take that. I didn't even know what I was gonna do, y'all. I know what I was good at. I knew what I was already doing, but I didn't know that's what I was gonna be doing. And I'm not leaving her. I'm like, girl, I ain't leaving her with nothing. And the glam coach was born. It was like it's like, okay, well, what's your coaching name? I was like, I threw it out there, the glam coach. It was like Grace, Love, and Mercy. And I was like, yeah, y'all, if y'all saw that first logo, y'all would die. Y'all, like it's old school. It's real old school. But and it's just evolved from there. But yeah, you just gotta give it a try and give it a start. It didn't just pop out. I'm gonna tell y'all. So it was Grace, Love, and Mercy. When I first started, the only thing I was doing was social media was out fresh. And I still didn't get on a lot of stuff I should have. But I was just dropping some quotes and some scriptures. And then I was advertising people's, because I was new to Houston. So I had sold my beauty shop and moved here. So I was new to the Houston area. And well, that's been 21 years ago when I got to the Houston area. But I just didn't know a lot of people. And so I started promoting when I saw people's events going and church events. And it helped me to keep up with what was going on in the event so I could know like what church was having what and this, that, and other. So I would just share the event and be like, oh, yes, once I having this and just share the event. And that's how it all started. And I just moved around that way and share, so connect with people by sharing the event. And so from there, I built a little, I guess it wasn't even a website, it's a little something. So I put the little events on there. So it's like one place to go for the events, the events in the area. And that was ready for me. So I could keep up with it. But everybody else got the benefit of it, okay? And so from there, it went to these quotes and scriptures and stuff I'm doing anyway. I'm talking to people now, and I used to always basically coach people. Was the counselor, therapist, or something in the beauty shop? Okay, all the time. And so I'm like, I helped a lot of people, and I was like, okay, well, this life coaching thing and this, let's do this. So then the vision board stuff. I like, I always do vision boards and stuff. Let me do the vision board stuff with the quotes and scriptures. We already doing it, right? Because people not doing it that way. They just looking at stuff. They not looking at how to build themselves up from the inside out. Or what you need to change. So then that happened. So I was like, oh, and then I built more and more. And then it's just what I told you at the beginning. That's how that kind of came about. So don't despise small beginnings. Everybody is beginning somewhere, unless they just had the rich somebody helping them out, or they just was born rich. Everybody started somewhere. And so I don't care what age you are. I was just listening to somebody, and I said I was going to talk about that. KFC. He started late in life. It's a whole lot of people that started K-Spade late in life. And they became very successful. So don't despise small beginnings. God can put you in front of one person that can launch you in front of the whole world. It don't take but one.
Amen.
That one person and being in the right place at the right time can change your life. Because
Amen.
God can speak to them and say, "Now take them with you. I got
Amen.
something I need them to do." And
Amen.
their heart is open at that time. So yeah, God can touch the heart of the king.
Amen. Amen.
Today.
I definitely agree. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for taking time out your busy schedule and coming here to the Grace Effect, and to definitely share with all of the dear grace carriers that are out there, look how you can definitely take your products to profit. And so, again, thank you so much as we draw to a close. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you definitely got a lot out of this conversation that I had with Sonia Pelton Sam, the Glam Coach. Like I mentioned, listen, you're going to want to go back, replay it, stop it, share it, tag a friend. And definitely you want to go ahead and take advantage of her $99 special that she's running this month. But now listen, as you can see, I have a QR code here. You want to go out there and also check some of my products, right? You want to check and definitely get into hand, right? The Chronicles of a Praying Wife trio. There's the book. There's also the Chronicles of the Praying Wife workbook and journal. I'm telling you, it's not like any other. And listen, you do not have to be a wife to take and go ahead and take advantage of it, because I'm telling you, when you read it, it is just going to give you a little snippet of what you can expect at the Week 40 retreat that will be held October 2nd and 3rd at the lovely Massanutten Resort. So you don't want to miss getting your spot and being there. And listen, if you have a husband or someone you may be engaged to, or just even a good male friend, brother in Christ that you know, there's also going to be the Week 40 golf tournament. And I'm telling you, you definitely want to ensure that they sign up for that, because we are only taking 40 players. So, with that, again, as always, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to spend it with me, but even more so, the time that you would take to spend and unleash the divine in you. Because keep in mind, God knows the plans that He had for you, even while you were being formed in your mother's womb. So it is your girl, Coach Pamela Hankins, Coach Pamela to some. Some people just call me P. Hankins. I want to thank you so much for joining the Grace Effect. And with that, you be blessed, and you have a very blessed and soulful day.